with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
Hey, one time. Hey, throw your hands.
What is good, YouTube? This your boy Aaron,
Brian.
and this is the Courtside View podcast.
And I promise you, we did not match on purpose.
This is
a coincidence.
This is a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but you can't go wrong with white. So, hey. But anywho, last week was Christmas. How was your Christmas?
My Christmas was very good.
Very good.
Even better. The Lakers lost and the Cowboys won the day before. Can't complain.
That Mickey Mouse win.
Oh, brother.
Mickey Mouse win.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. But, you had a lot of slate of games. You had the NBA, and then you had football as well. Not really good slate of games, football, except the first one. And like I said, I was a bit conflicted about that game. But, yeah, we'll get into that also. And then, let's get – where should we start? Let's go to the stuff that happened recently. And number one, breaking news. Tua, he is out. He has a concussion, and he will be out for next week's game. Teddy Bridgewater will be starting in place of him, and this is just unfortunate. It's the third time he's been in a concussion protocol, and it's very, very dangerous, very serious situation. And you tweeted that the Dolphins need to be under investigation for what they have done because, remember, in it was the Christmas Day game, right? And I think he was slammed. People think that when he was brought to the ground, right, and his head slammed onto the turf, that's where they thought that he suffered a concussion. And it wasn't a very, the situation, it wasn't it didn't look crazy or anything, but because of him being in the concussion protocol so many times, it just continues to go on. And that's dangerous behind concussions. And that's why you have to take it seriously. And when he was dealing with a concussion against the Bills game, this is why the Dolphins should be under investigation. Because the seriousness behind the first time he was hit. And now it's a recurring theme. And it can jeopardize his health. Dude could die. How'd you feel about the announcement that he, number one, was in the concussion protocol, and number two, he's now out because he suffered from concussion?
Well, the first thing when he said he was in concussion protocol, I was like, no wonder he threw 3 picks in back-to-back drives. I was like, I knew something wasn't right with dude. I just thought he stunk up the joint, but that man probably ain't know what the heck was going on out there. But yeah, it's unfortunate, man. The Dolphins, I don't understand. I don't understand how this happened not once, not twice, but thrice. It don't make sense to me. I don't understand. Are they not screening him properly? Did they not even think to check for no one saw him get tackled and hit his head on the turf and was like, oh, well, we got a game to win. And this might be why the Dolphins might not make the playoffs, because they ain't taking care of their people.
They're thinking about the short term rather than the long term. It's unfortunate. And, the thing about the Dolphins, number one, I like Teddy Bridgewater, but if they had a better backup quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater's a good backup quarterback, but he's fragile. They had a guy like a Jacoby Brissett, who I think they may have had. Did Jacoby Brissett? No. Was he there last year?
Jacoby Brissett was on the Colts.
He was on the Colts last year? Okay. But yeah, if they had a backup quarterback like him, who you can rely on in the event that your starting quarterback is out with an injury, I feel like you can be more careful with Tua. But with Teddy Bridgewater situation, him being so fragile, it's a dicey situation. And so when they lost to, I think Teddy Bridgewater was in the game starting, and then he got injured. I think it may have been the Jets, and they had that third string starting, and they just kept losing. They're like, damn, we got to get Tua back in here fast. And he was balling, he was hooping, he was playing really well, and then...
No, you was right. Jacoby was in Miami last year.
Yeah, they should have kept him. But they didn't. They brought in Teddy Bridgewater, maybe because of opportunity. Maybe that's because Jacoby Brissett wanted the opportunity to start because of Deshaun Watson. So there's different variables, but still, you need somebody like that you can rely on in the event a starting QB comes out. And ultimately, this is the result that they get. And shame on them, shame on the Dolphins, shame on the Dolphins organization. You got to put your players first, their safety first, and they just didn't do that. And hopefully, the NFL comes to an investigation and does something so that they can stop this from happening. Because this is bad for the brand, it's bad for the product, and yeah.
I don't know, man. It might be curtains for them Fins now.
I'm praying for Tua's health. Honestly, I hope he sits out the rest of the year.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he will.
I hope he does.
Unless they lose to the Patriots, and he'll definitely
I hope he sits out like literally for the rest of the year, including the playoffs, because I don't want him to.
That's if they gotta beat the Patriots.
They could beat the Patriots.
And they gotta beat the Jets.
They could beat the Jets.
Without Tua?
Yes. You know why? Because listen, Mike White, let's be real, he's a backup. He's just way better than Zach Wilson, and that's not saying much. Because Zach Wilson is arguably the worst quarterback in the NFL. So, and then the Patriots, Mac Jones, we already know that situation, offense coordinator, and just Mac Jones, them sort of having friction. It's a disaster. So you have those two franchises, right, that they're going up against, and I believe that Mike McDaniels and his offensive pedigree coming from the Shanahans, I think that he'll be able to win games even with a backup quarterback like Teddy Bridgewater, who's decent. He's okay. So yeah, I think that the Dolphins, they could still make the playoffs. But Tua, I hope he just sits out. He needs to look at his future because 3 concussions in the same year, I don't know. I think he might have to call it quits the way that's looking.
For the year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure for the year. Maybe ever.
I don't know about ever, but for the year, yeah, he should be shut down.
It's 3. All right, well, yeah, I don't want to get too much into the situation because we got a lot more stuff going on, but I think it was something. Oh, yeah, last night, I was going through different games, NBA games. I was watching the OKC games, watching the Celtics game. I was watching the Suns game against the Grizzlies. By the way, John Morant, shame on you. We'll get to you in a minute. But, yeah, I was just watching all different type of games, and there was one game. This shocked me. The Mavericks versus the Knicks game. And the Mavericks weren't looking too good. They were getting blown out by the Knicks. No Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, he was playing, but then ultimately he got hurt and he had to sit out. And then the fourth quarter came around. Now, I was watching. I was like, damn, Luka got 50. But they still losing by like double digits. And then all of a sudden, the last minute, they still losing. 30 seconds go by. They down by 9. And I'm like, oh, this game is over. But I said, you know what? I'm going to watch this. I'm going to see what happens because crazy things have happened before. And all of a sudden, the Knicks, I think they turned the ball over. They missed some free throws. And the Mavericks, they capitalized off of it. They went to the free throw line a couple of times. And then all of a sudden, Luka gets to that free throw line. I think he made the first. And then he purposely missed the second. I think it was it was a Knicks player.
It was like 2 of them.
Yeah, it was a Knicks player that got butterfingers, couldn't grab the ball. Luka grabbed it, squish, went to overtime. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. I'm glad I didn't turn the channel. Goes to overtime, and Luka does Luka magic. And they weren't scoring. Like, I think there wasn't one field goal for, like, the past, 3 minutes. And then all of a sudden, Luka hit that crazy, I think it was a step-back shot. And 60 points. 60, 20 assists.
I thought it was 21 assists.
21 assists.
And 10 boards.
And 10 boards. The first to ever do that. Nobody has ever done that. Unbelievable. How'd you feel about Luka's historic performance?
The MVP race will be very interesting going down these next few months because we got like 6+ candidates at this point, and all of them hooping right now. And that performance, I wish I would have watched the ending of the game. I don't know. I was doing other stuff, but yeah, that's just generational stuff right there. I mean, for real, like only 3 players have had 2 players before Luke only had a 60-point triple-double with 20 boards and 10 assists, and I think it was Wilt in
Actually, it's 50.
50?
Yeah, it's 50.
50 points.
Yeah, 50 points. He's
Okay.
the first to ever do 60.
Okay, yeah. So
60, 20, and 10. First to
Yeah.
ever do it. In a class by himself.
it would be the Knicks to give up some stuff like that, huh? They just find ways to lose, and it's just like, bruh.
Yes, it's unfortunate, man, because the Knicks, they were riding high, and then all of a sudden, the Christmas game came around.
And the Knicks became the
I
Knicks.
think they lost 4 in a row. So, yeah, it's not looking too well for the Knicks right now. But they're still a really good team, but they were missing Jalen Brunson and R.J. Barrett. He was hurt as well. But still, giving up a 9-point lead with 30 seconds remaining is
Unacceptable.
it's unacceptable no matter who you are. So you gotta give props to Luka. He was sensational. I should have bet the over. I should have bet the 32.5 instead of Jokic's 26.5. Shame on me. Oh my God.
The NBA is a suspect.
Is this the greatest individual performance, regular season performance ever?
You could say that. I mean, because it's never been done before.
But is it though?
What do you think rivals it?
Obviously the Wilt 100 game.
Oh, yeah, duh.
And then, like, there was remember you see all the memes about Wilt. He had, like, 58, 20-something, 30-something. Like, I forgot what it was. But, yeah, and then the Kobe 81. And then it was the, I'm trying to think. Oh, the Russell Westbrook 20, the 20 points, 20 rebounds,
Yeah.
20 assists. I'm trying to think some other. Oh, Kobe, I think it was, like, 60 and, like, 3/4. I think it was like 62 and 3/4. I think Kobe had like 55 in 1/2, or was it 40? I forgot. But yeah, it was like performance. Clay, I think he had
Yeah.
60. Was it 60 and 3/4, or was it 60 with 11 dribbles? I forgot.
It's one. I think it's the second one.
And then it's like 37.25.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Is the greatest. That's a tough. That's tough. That really. I'm going to still go with Wilt. 100 points is insane.
Yeah. We don't got the footage, though.
Yeah, we don't have the footage. But at the end of the day, I think that is the greatest because of the simple fact that 100 points, I think he may have played all the minutes, too. I could be wrong, but he may have played all 48. And that's just sensational. Not to take away from what Luka did, because 20 plus assists and 10 rebounds and 60 points. What is that? What is that average? What's that? That's 90. No, yeah, that's 90 points. 60 points, 20 assists, 10 rebounds. That's 90. That's just 90 overall. But Wilt got 100, and he probably got 10 rebounds, and
Maybe
he probably
even more
got
than
5
that.
assists. Like, yeah, I think that's the greatest. But yeah, let's transition to some other stuff. Oh, I want to talk about, since to keep in track with the NBA, Ja Morant. Ja Morant, he did an interview with Malik Andrews, and he was talking about the just the landscape of the Western Conference, and also like who is he looking for? Like who is, I forgot what the question was, but pretty much talking about like
What team in the West you look at and be like, yeah, we got to go through them?
pretty much.
to
But
make the finals.
But he said, I'm fine in the West, and he was talking about, I'm looking at the Celtics, and I'm like, dude, that's the East. Like, why are you worrying about the East right now? And so I was like, damn, he putting a target on his back. And people were like, I like that a lot. I was hearing analysts say, I like that, and I'm just like, what has he done? They won a playoff series, and now we're supposed to, no. No. And then all of a sudden, last 2 games, getting blown out by the Warriors, getting blown out by the Suns without Devin Booker. So, how does he look now? He looks foolish. How you going to just disregard the entire Western Conference when you haven't done squat to say, oh, yeah, I'm just worried, I'm just looking at the Celtics?
Well, hey, the blame the media. They the one that pumped the Grizzlies' head up to think they can speak. Listen, I have no problem with teams having confidence, but like
If you haven't done it before,
Like, come on. Now.
that's my problem.
Like, the Celtics made the finals and they don't be talking like that. So I'm just like, I'm confused.
Yeah, and then I forgot who it was who was
There's no OGs in that locker room.
I forgot who it was who was talking about dynasty on that Grizzlies team.
It was Dylan Brooks.
Bro, like, what are we doing? They the only team that hasn't won anything, but they just talking. They just talking like they winning stuff. Like, no. And the Suns, they be talking, but
At least they got to the finals.
come on now. What are we doing? What we doing here? Like, let's stop it. They trying to be the villain. Like, you trying to be the most hated. The Suns are the most hated. You want to take their spot? Cause I like the Grizzlies. I like watching them. But man, they could just be annoying sometimes.
They don't have the facilities to compete right now for a championship, cause it's really just Ja, and nobody else can really get a bucket.
Yeah, it's like Desmond Bain. He's solid, but he's not a
shot creator.
He's not a shot creator. And Jaren Jackson, he's more a defensive guy, even though he can get you a little bit of scoring, but he's more defensive guy. Dylan Brooks, we already know how he is.
Dylan Brooks swear he's Kobe, but has the skill set of freaking Smush Parker. It's just the bench is weak.
Yeah, it's really just Ja Morant heroics.
Like, they should have never let
Who was it?
Is it Mel?
Shake Milton?
No.
Nah, he ain't playing for him.
He on the 76ers now, and I keep forgetting his name because I get confused with Shake Milton. But is it DeAnthony Melton? They should never let him go.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because he could actually score on his own off the bench.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're right about that. I just think that the Grizzlies are in over their head, and they need to stop talking, be humble. I mean, I like a villain. I like villains. It makes the NBA more exciting. Have somebody that you don't like, so you get pumped every time your team plays them. That's cool. But at the same time, you got to back it up. So, yeah, Ja Morant, you look, and I saw a tweet. It was like, stop letting these NBA players be interviewed by beautiful women like Taylor Rooks and Malika Andrews, because they be saying some wild stuff.
Jaylen Brown said he'd have 5 rings by the time he's 28, and that's when the era of when KD was on the Warriors. That was man, so funny. Stop the cap.
Be setting these athletes up, man. Being interviewed by these women, but yeah, shame on you guys. So yeah, before let me. Okay, let's see what else we got on the slate before we get into the NBA games. NFL games, real quick. Let's see. Oh, another thing that happened. Finally, Broncos fired Nathaniel Hackett. It's about damn time, because they were awful. They are awful. Like, total disaster. You can't. From game one, people knew that this didn't look right. Russ didn't look right. Just the clock management at the end. Remember Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Shannon Sharp, they were scratching their heads like, why don't you just call a timeout?
Yep.
Why did you wait until all the time was, on the shot clock was down, that you call a timeout? Like, why would you do that? From then on, it was just a disaster, and yeah, man, it's about time. It'll be interesting to see how the Broncos maneuver in the offseason. It's gonna be I'm gonna be paying attention to the moves that they make.
Josina Anderson said they could blow it up, but you pay Russ all that money and just gonna blow it up? I doubt it.
I feel like they have enough talent to win.
At least on defense. Offense, actually, they do got talent.
They got talent.
They just need running.
It's just the quarterback is terrible, and the offensive scheme is terrible. That's where the problem lies, and that's where coaching, matters, right? So, yeah, just talk about when you know what happened. Like, how did you react when you heard the news?
Like everybody else, it was about time. I mean, shoot, the dude was 4-11, got blown out by the Baker Mayfield Rams. Like, what? That's
points.
unacceptable.
50 points.
Like, and he wasn't even like a good like he just sat there most of the games and did nothing. Like, the one thing he had to be aware of was the clock management. He couldn't even do that. He wasn't calling plays. He wasn't making adjustments. He was just there doing nothing. He was getting a free check.
Yeah.
I could have done that.
Yeah, now he's going to get a free check for next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you, being a head coach is the sweetest gig in NFL. I'm telling you, you could underperform, get fired the first year, and still get millions of dollars.
Unbelievable. It's the easiest check in the world. But with these NFL players, with these athletes, you know, they can cut you, and that's that.
Well, they still got to pay you if they cut you.
Yeah, well, if you still have guaranteed money
Yeah.
left.
Oh,
But if you don't have no guaranteed money, it's a wrap.
It'd just be a cap hit.
But head coaches, they have fully guaranteed contracts. So you see the problem that lies there. Like, bro, the athletes are the ones putting their bodies on the line, not these head coaches. But they're getting fully guaranteed contracts. But that's a different discussion another day.
That's because us coaches' salaries don't count against the cap.
That's true, but still,
It's still stupid.
it's still messed up. But back to the conversation. Just what head coach would take this? What coach would want to take this
The
job?
streets saying possibly Dan Quinn
I don't know how I feel about that.
because Broncos have a really good defense, and you know Dan Quinn is defense guy, and they said he could possibly take one of the players that's on the Cowboys staff right now to be the offensive coordinator.
I don't know about that.
I mean, they said I think a report came out that the top candidates were Dan Quinn or Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Dan Quinn might leave, but if Dan Quinn leaves, I will be perfectly fine if we get Sean Payton and Vic Fangio, man. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great. I would push Dan Quinn out the door if we could get Sean Payton and
Not
Vic.
happening. Stop dreaming.
You may never know.
You know.
You think the Chargers fire Brandon Staley after he finally makes the playoffs?
No, I don't think so.
And you think he goes to the Cardinals to coach that?
Brandon Staley?
No. Sean Payton goes to the Cardinals to coach.
I think Sean Payton might wait another year, or the Texans. Don't sleep on the Tech, bro.
They have no
They
QB.
have the number one. They have the number one pick. They can draft the QB. Like you never know, bro. You never know if they say
Dallas right up the street from them.
okay, but the whole Jerry Jones.
Jerry
dynamic-
Jones, I'm telling you, he gonna let him.
Stop
He
it.
gonna let Sean Payton
No,
cook.
bro. No.
He's gonna let Sean Payton
No,
cook.
bro.
Yes, he
I don't
is.
see it. I don't see it.
He's gonna if he hires, he's gonna let Sean Payton cook.
I don't see it at all.
What else he gonna do?
What you mean? What else he gonna do?
What
He's gonna
can he
keep
do?
He's gonna keep your head coach right now.
No, I'm talking about if Mike McCarthy underperforms in the play and gets fired,
He's
which
gonna
is a
hire-
high
He's
possibility.
gonna hire another guy that he can control.
No.
Yes.
Sean Payton's gonna be knocking on the door like, "Hey, Jerry."
Knocking on the door.
Yes. He
No. Jerry's gonna call him if there's ever any sort of arrangement. John Payton ain't gonna be knocking on the door. Jerry's gonna call him on his knees begging, like, please come to my team. If that ever happens,
And guess what? And Sean Payton will be like, I'll join if I get to do what I want. And I bet Jerry Jones a fold because he know he getting old and he want to see a ring.
okay, we'll have to. See
And we're
about
going to
that
the Super Bowl if we get Sean Payton and Vic
Here
Fangio
we
on the
go,
roster.
here we
I would be that Cowboys fan. Usually I'm not Super Bowl Cowboys fan, but I will be if we pull that
When
off.
the last time Sean Payton been to a Super Bowl?
When was the last? Well, he would have went if it wasn't for the refs.
Okay, well, it happens.
It
That
is
sounds
what it
like a Cowboy sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
We've got robbed in the playoffs, but nothing as egregious as that.
Sounds like a Cowboys thing. You know what I'm saying? So you bringing on the guy that was hold, just like the Cowboys always hold in the playoffs. Seems like a match made in heaven to me.
I mean, Mike McCarthy and Sean, they got the same amount of Super Bowls.
Okay.
I mean, you can't get worse.
I'm just saying. Like Sean Payton, he's been in the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't mind keeping Mike McCarthy, but we got to get rid of Kellen Moore. We got to. Like Kellen Moore, he shows flashes of greatness, but then it just erases it with a bunch of bull. Like, oh my goodness, we're gonna get into that game in a little bit.
All right. Well, I guess we can sort of transition.
I'm in a catch-22 because I want Mike McCarthy and them to like get pushed so we can get Sean Payton, but then like I want to win.
Yeah.
But if we win a lot, like if we get to the championship game, we're probably going to keep the coaching staff, minus Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn might leave. But if we lose before the championship game, then we might get Sean Payton. I don't know. I'm conflicted.
If y'all win a playoff game, Mike McCarthy staying.
Nah.
Yes.
If he wins the wild, that'll be the expectation.
If he wins a playoff game, y'all, he's staying.
No,
bro.
he's not. I'm telling you.
Fuck out of here.
Okay.
This is Jerry Jones. We
won a playoff game 2018. Jason Garrett won a playoff 2018. The next year they fired him. After 2019 they fired Jason Garrett. In 2020 we got Mike McCarthy.
Hold on, wait a minute. You said the next year, right?
Yeah, after 2019
didn't you guys
we fired him.
Perform that year?
Yes.
Okay then, exactly.
Winning one playoff game is now going to erase what happened last year.
What I'm saying is he's going to keep his job next year if you guys win a playoff game. Now, if you guys underperform next year, then we'll have that conversation.
I'm telling you, he needs to get to at least the championship game.
Nah, bro, he's going to keep his job if he wins a playoff game.
You see?
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you,
Sean Payton gonna. I'm telling you, he gonna. Watch as soon as we start losing the playoff game, you gonna see Jerry on the phone up in the booth talking to Sean Payton. Like, I'm about to get this dude up out of here. Sean, what you got going on, man? How much money you want? We got that.
All right, whatever.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling the reports from the beat writers. They saying otherwise.
Okay, believe what you want to believe.
I'm gonna believe the people that report and know the inside of the team.
All right, well, believe what you want to believe, but well, let's transition. Just shameful.
I mean, Mike McCarthy's not a bad coach. It's just I think our ceiling gets higher with Sean Payton.
That's true.
Only thing I don't like about Sean Payton is the way he drafts. His draft, oh goodness. Don't let him in the draft room. Hire him for everything else but draft. Let Will McClay cook in the draft because Sean Payton be drafting some bull.
I mean, lately with the Saints, he been, especially that year with Alvin Kamara.
That was what,
2017?
Oh goodness.
2017.
Then who has he drafted that was really good after that?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you, but yeah. So yeah, let's get to
the
recap of Week 16 and yeah, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Whoo! It was cold.
Oh my goodness,
bro!
Was like 20. This is how bipolar the weather is. It was literally just 20 degrees, and next week, actually no, by Friday it's going to in the 50s.
Yeah, bro. It was the cold. It was arguably the
It's going to be
coldest.
56 Friday, and it was just 22. Man, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing for global warming. We ain't economists, so let's get back to football.
It was arguably the coldest weekend in NFL history. It was so cold, bro. Football weather. I was like,
the Saints players. That's some bull. This ain't football.
I was like, yo, I like this. I was like, okay, it was like damn near like 15 degrees in Chicago. It was cold in other places as well. I was like, damn.
The Saints had to play in -5 conditions.
That was crazy.
I don't understand how you can play football in that weather.
Yeah, that's And then in Miami, it was like 40 something, like the coldest, and like it was like the coldest. It's like the 80s.
That's nothing.
That's still crazy in Miami though.
Yeah, in Miami,
40 degrees.
It is.
But yeah, so yeah, Christmas Eve.
Those games was pretty good.
Yeah. Let's get down to it. Let's start with
the trash games first.
Yeah.
Ravens and Falcons. The Falcons stink. You lost to Tyler Huntley 17-9.
Yeah. Ravens. Yeah.
Desmond Ridder did not play good.
Yeah, but Drake London has come alive, like I said, without Marcus Mariota.
Well, he actually ain't played that bad. He just didn't have a touchdown.
Drake London, he's finally coming to his own because that guy, Marcus Mariota, is not the quarterback anymore. And Desmond Ridder is like, oh, my God, this guy is like 6'4", can run a 4.5. This dude is talented. Yeah, top 8 pick. So yeah, Ravens. You know, yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Lions. You dropped the ball so bad. I can't believe I went to bat.
I'm mad.
I
I'm
went
so
to
mad.
bat. I put y'all on the parlay.
Yes, bro. All I needed was them to win, and I would have cashed out. But no, they had to lose, and I lost my parlay. Unbelievable. Conspiracies. It's a conspiracy going around.
Should have known they was gonna let Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
Oh my God. FanDuel. DraftKings. Unbelievable. They sold me. The Panthers, they had like 2 running backs go for 100 yards.
Chuba Hubbard and Donta Foreman.
I was like, what is going on? So yeah, the Lions, they sold Sam Darnold. He's won, I think, 3 or 4 since he started in place of Baker Mayfield. So I guess they're not gonna be able to get in the sweepstakes for a quarterback unless they trade up. So yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get to the Saints and Browns game. The Saints. I was so close to picking the Saints this game because I was like, man, the Browns, I just don't trust them. It was really cold that game. Alvin Kamara, he did his thing, got a touchdown, and yeah, the defense, they played out of their mind. It was,
Deshaun Watson stinks.
it was really cold. Like you could see the snow on the ground. It was just really cold that game. Super cold. And
Like it was super cold, and yet the freaking Browns threw the ball 31 times.
Unbelievable.
They was getting good yardage. They was 3.6 per carry.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's been going quiet ever since. Well, he had 92, but 3.8 yards a carry.
I mean, the Saints only had 3.9 per carry, so I mean, I don't understand.
But they got two touchdowns from Kamara and Taysom Hill. And Taysom Hill, he had like 6.2 yards per carry. So yeah, they're able to get something going. So yeah, Browns, it's just bad. It's just really bad out here. And the Saints have an outside chance of getting in the playoffs.
Saints, I need y'all to
I
need y'all to beat Philly.
Nah. I need you guys to lose. I need Brady to get in the playoffs.
Stop it.
Yes.
I need y'all to beat Philly and then win week 18.
Nah.
Please.
Keep doing your thing, Saints. Lose. Just lose.
No, win.
Just lose,
Don't
baby.
listen to this guy.
Lose.
No, don't listen to him.
Nah, listen to me. But anyway, so let's get to the other games, and let's go to the Texans and Titans. Titans.
Titans are terrible.
First of all, you said that this was an upset type of game, but you went with the Titans, I believe, anyway. No Ryan Tannehill, and yeah, it was Malik Willis. Unfortunately, didn't go out their way that they wanted to. The Texans won, and still had the number 1 pick. So yeah,
I was like, this would be such a Titans game to lose. I should have just picked the Texans.
I'll say this: I'm happy that the Titans lost because I don't want them in the playoffs. I want Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs. I want Jacksonville in the playoffs. So yeah, thank God they lost because I'm tired of seeing the Titans. I'm tired of seeing the same old.
Street saying that there's a possibility that the Titans rest the guys on this week's game, well, Thursday against my Cowboys. Because no matter what happens this week between the Jaguars or the Titans, the Week 18 game is going to be the winner gets in.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the Jags and Titans may rest guys.
That makes sense. Okay, well, we'll have to see about that one. And then let's go to Bengals and Patriots. This was actually, you know what? Let's go to we missed the Thursday night game. And this was Jacksonville and the New York Jets. Oh my God.
Didn't I pick the Jaguars?
Yeah. We both picked the Jaguars. And
Zach Wilson.
Oh my God.
CDL.
It's time to hang it up.
Like, he is so sorry.
One of the worst quarterback performances I've ever seen. It was awful. Dude was off target. He was missing easy throws. He was everything that this video that I saw where he talked about his deficiencies said about him coming out of the draft. It showed itself. No anticipation of throws, not able to get the easy completions, only works well off script, and even when he was off script, he was awful. He has no confidence in himself. And I saw there was like one video where Garrett Wilson was in his ear talking to him. Maybe he was trying to, give him some confidence, but it didn't work. Didn't work at all. They benched him for a guy that was on the practice squad, and he has no arm. Like, dude, bro, there was a wide open, like, I don't know if it was tight end receiver, one of the worst throws I've ever seen, but he connected. Dude, if he would have had any semblance of arm, I think it would have been a touchdown because the dude was wide open.
Yeah, I seen that.
Wide open. And I was just like, oh, my God. You got benched for that guy? A practice squad
Crazy
guy?
thing is the Jets, they not bad enough to get a good pick to get a QB, so they're going to have to try to trade for Lamar or something.
My guess is Jimmy Garoppolo will be the quarterback of the New York Jets next year for the simple fact that this offense is, I think it's sort of similar to the Shanahans. So I think it will be a match made in heaven.
Because isn't Mike LaFleur, isn't he from that tree too?
And also Robert Saleh. Well, he's a defensive guy, but still, he's still under that sort of 49ers sort of tree, whatever. So, yeah, I think that Jimmy Garoppolo, with the pieces that they have, makes perfect sense. They're going to have Breece Hall back. They have solid receivers with Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis. So, yeah, I think that this is the perfect fit for Jimmy Garoppolo. And then they're not going to bring Zach Wilson back either. So, that's wow.
Should they just cut him?
Oh, man.
Zach Wilson gonna be in the XFL at this rate.
I feel like he's the number. I would have him as the backup or the third. No, actually, no. He's worse than the backup. He's not even the
That's
backup.
insane. The
Yeah.
number 2 overall pick is possibly not even good enough to be the QB2 on the team.
Let me tell you something. He's in that conversation with Jamarcus Russell, Ryan Leaf, as the biggest bust in NFL history. He's in that conversation because he hasn't proved anything. He hasn't shown any sort of ability that he can play in the next level. It's just awful. It really is. And
The scouts were way off with that.
yeah, because they thought that he can.
I didn't even understand it either. But then I still had faith in the dude. I was like,
They were so just enamored by his pro day.
that stupid throw was the reason he got drafted top 2.
And his throwing ability, right? And the Mahomes type of throws that they looked away from all of his deficiencies, his inability to throw with anticipation, right? Going off script a lot of times. I think they're in the pocket. Sometimes he would even step out of the pocket when he didn't even need to. So just stuff like that where they ignore that and like, oh my God, he's the Mahomes type throws. But then they're gonna go to Justin Fields and say, well, he stares down the receiver. Like that's worse than a guy that can't throw in anticipation. You can coach that. You can coach the staring down the receiver part. That's easy. But the anticipation part, that's much worse. So, yeah, I don't want to get to the whole Justin Fields versus Zach Wilson argument because we already been through that. But, yeah, let's go to the next game. Bills and Bears, that was, oh, my God, that was such a cold game. Josh Allen, again, he's been very inconsistent with his play. I think throw 2 interceptions. He's been very inconsistent. Hasn't been really that good since, like, the month of October, I would say. So ever since that Chiefs game, honestly, he's been very inconsistent. So that was very cold. The Bears were in the game, but then all of a sudden the second half roll around. It's just like,
bruh.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, man. Nothing really much to say on that one. Justin Fields, he's still dealing with not having a whole lot.
Justin Fields didn't really get many rushing yards either. He had 11 rushing yards.
Yeah, it was really cold. I guess he was just so cold.
I think he hurt his foot too or something like that.
Yeah.
Someone stepped on his foot or something like that in the middle of the game.
Yeah, that probably was one of the problems too. And then also go to the next game. Let's go to Chiefs and Seahawks. And that was, first of all, why hasn't any team learned that when you on pregame, when you're shirtless, it's not going to end well with you, especially in a cold environment like that. We already saw it with the Giants.
The Raiders did it too on Sunday night, and you saw how that turned out.
And they lost.
The only person I seen do it successfully was Ryan Shazier on the Steelers when he did it, and they won.
But they got all these players. I think Geno may have participated in it, maybe DK.
It
All
was
these players shirtless in the cold and shit. Like, bro, don't do it, man. Don't do it. And the
Like,
Chiefs.
what are you trying to prove exactly? That you're tough or something? Like,
The Chiefs steamrolled them. They couldn't score a touchdown until like late in the fourth quarter. It was an abomination.
They made the Chiefs defense look like the Legion of Boom. I was like, good grief.
Geno Smith was awful. It was a disaster.
I said the insanity run is over.
It was a disaster. So yeah, that was just nothing else to really be
That's
said.
what happens when you don't got Tyler Lockett.
Yeah. So So let's go to some other.
Patrick
games.
Mahomes MVP, by the way.
Yeah, it's looking like it. So yeah, let's go to another game that was very interesting. Vikings and Giants. Now this game, I wasn't shocked how close it was. I thought it'd be a really close game. The line was like 4.5 plus 4.5 for the Giants. I was thinking about doing it, but I was like, I think I did do it. But
I should have took it.
I think I did do it, but I lost because again, the Detroit Lions sold me. But yeah, I wasn't surprised by this at all. The Giants lose again from a field goal, 60 yards. It seems like every year it happens. They lose by a 60-yarder from the Eagles. They lose by another 50-plus yard. I think maybe the Cowboys or somebody. It was some other teams that they just keep losing field goal after field goal. But yeah, the Vikings, they keep winning these close games. So like 11-0, one-score games.
Yep. Do you think that's gonna carry into the playoffs?
You know, they are.
People saying it's luck, but like if you do something 11 times and is it really luck at that point?
Would you say that Kirk Cousins he's not clutch argument, is that gone now? 11-0 one-score games is pretty well, but me personally, I still am not ready to.
I'd like my chances against Kirk if it's a crunch time situation, but I mean 11-0 in close games. I mean,
but some of them very fluky though. The Bills game, come on now, like Josh Allen, he fumbled while kneeling
in OT as well.
Yeah, that was very fluky, but you got to give him credit where it's due. 11-0 is 11-0. Yeah, Justin Jefferson. Oh my God, he can do it. It's looking like a possibility that he'll break the receiving yards record for a season.
200 and something yards, something like that.
And it's possible. I remember, I think it was Michael Irvin. He said, "Yo, Justin Jefferson gonna get 2,000." It's looking like he's gonna get 2,000 because he has over 1,700 yards, and I think it's like 2 or 3 games left.
It's 3 games.
3 games left. That's 300 yards. He needs.
My bad. It's only 2 games left. I'm tripping.
But still, like if he gets like, let's say 150, which is possible. He got the Packers coming up. You know that soft zone. He can get his. It is. I mean, it's gonna be in the cold, but still, it's possible though. Man, imagine
Jair got his work cut out for him.
First 2,000 yard receiver. That would be incredible to see. That would be really incredible to see. So
it's a lot of nice receivers these days.
Yeah, we'll get to the whole wide receiver tier list with that tweet you showed me. So, yeah.
Let's talk about the Commanders 49ers. The 49ers did what they're supposed to do. I believe that the 49ers have the best roster in the league.
It's a debate. Debate to be made.
The Eagles and the Niners have the best rosters in the league.
I think the Eagles are a little bit better.
But I like the 49ers have like Pro Bowl level players at like every position.
I say that the 49ers
except
defensive
QB
line is way better. The 49ers defensive line is way better. But I feel like the skill positions for the Eagles are better. Like the tight end, I give Kittle a little. I give him a little bit of edge. But the receivers position, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, even that Quez Watkins, I think. Quez Watkins, he can come in and get you. You know, he could do a little bit of things. And then you got the running back, got Miles Sanders. Now I give you
CMC.
I give you CMC, but after that, they still got good depth. With you got Miles Sanders and you have some other running backs as well that can do a little bit of things. So then the offensive line, I say
Lane Johnson just went down.
So healthy wise, I say it's about even because I say the Eagles got a little bit better offensive line. That offensive line is crazy. So yeah, I think it's a little bit better. So yeah, offensively I give the Eagles, but defensively I give the 49ers because of that front seven with Fred Warner and Nick Bosa.
And they got better safeties.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, I give the defense a bit of an edge, but just you might be right.
Corner, I didn't know that was playing really good this year. Charvarius Ward.
Yeah, I heard.
And
I
you
heard
know,
that.
guess what? Guess what team he used to play for?
Cowboys.
Yes.
Wow.
We could have had. Oh my goodness, whatever, man.
It happens. It happens.
I didn't even know he used to play for us. That's crazy.
But yeah, Brock Purdy.
We talked about Packers Broncos.
Let's go to the.
Let's address the
Eagles
elephant
and
in the room.
Cowboys.
Why
Go Eagles
not?
and Cowboys.
I
Come
think
on
that's the
now.
last game.
No, it's not. There's still like Bengals and Patriots.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just.
And Steelers
I
and Raiders.
told y'all weeks and weeks and weeks ago we was going to win this game. It is unfortunate we ain't get to do it against Jalen Hurts, but a win's a win. I don't care. They was taking victory laps on Cooper Rush in week 6.
How many points did Cooper Rush score?
17?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
What's the problem?
What you mean? What's the 17 points?
Yeah, and
So you're trying to compare what Cooper Rush did and then what Gardner Minshew did?
what do you mean? I'm saying that they bragged about beating a backup QB. Why can't we do it?
Okay, but Gardner Minshew scored 34.
Okay, that's an indictment on how good the team is.
That's bad. That's bad on your defense. That you gave up 34 to a backup QB. At least the Eagles gave up 17 to Cooper Rush.
I mean,
Shame on you.
no, see,
Shame
you
on you.
trying to spin it. You
Shame
trying to
on
spin
you.
it.
Come
Did
on
we
now.
win or did we not? Did my offense not have to score 40 points on a top 2 defense in the league?
And let's be for real. If it wasn't for Miles Sanders fumbling, come on.
You
now.
can't do that. You
Come
can't
on
do
now.
that.
Like,
You can't do that.
Let's be for real.
You can't
Let's
do
be-
it.
all these
Okay, then I
fluky
could say
plays.
if Cooper Rush ain't throw 3 picks, we could have won. That doesn't make sense.
But the fumble was crazy though.
So
The
it's
fumble-
football.
the
It
fumble
happens.
was crazy though. Like you can't make this Cooper Rush. That was just bad decision making. But the fumble is crazy. Like that's just crazy.
Is a turnover not part of football?
It is, but that's just crazy.
Okay,
like,
Gardner
that's
Minshew
fluky.
threw 2 picks too.
Okay, but he still scored 34 though. That's
Okay,
a lot
and?
of points.
And my team scored 40. Shady McCoy
I
said
give-
that because you know what?
I give you
and
that.
he
I
said, you
give
know what? I'm about
credit.
to drop 40 on the second best defense in the league.
I'll give you credit. They did score 40 against the Eagles. You know, this is a team, but they did have one of the defensive linemen that they drafted in the first round. He was injured. He was out, but I will.
Everyone's
still give
hurt.
I will give you credit though. I still.
Do you want me to name off the injuries on my defense?
No, I'm giving you guys credit. I'm giving you credit. You scored 40 against the Eagles defense. I would have liked to see Darius Slay on CD more, but you know it's unfortunate.
He
had
can't play in a
Bradbury-
slot.
They had Bradbury on them, and
He wasn't guarding
he
him
wasn't-
either.
Well, on that touchdown drive, he
well,
was
yeah.
but he got cooked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give you credit on that one. Y'all scored 40 on him, but at the end of the day, I still think that if Jalen Hurts was in the game, the Eagles would have won. That's just me, but that's hypotheticals, and we can't get in hypotheticals because we'll be here all day. So yeah, Cowboys won, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, y'all were so great. See, you wanna be
The
dancing.
offense was great.
You want to put your pom-poms up and dancing and all that for being a backup quarterback. It's all and giving up 34 points. Hey,
Did we or did we not win
you won.
against what people were saying the best team in the league?
You won, but against a backup quarterback.
Man, Jalen Hurts. I mean, Michael Parsons was right. It's the system.
Okay, you can say that all you want to, but Jalen Hurts, he wouldn't have won the game.
How do you know that?
Because I know Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is that dude. He has that it quality.
Okay, sure.
It quality.
Sure.
MVP favorite before he went down.
If that's what you want to believe,
I-
he would have won.
I
Okay.
do
I mean,
believe
Jalen Hurts played defense.
He wouldn't have thrown them 2 interceptions. I know that for sure.
He threw 2 against the Bears. What you talking about?
Against the Bears. And didn't he get hurt that game too? But he remained in the game.
I don't recall him throwing picks after he got hurt.
Well, whatever it is, he got.
See, you
hurt
see,
that
he
game.
moving the goalpost like come
Whatever
on.
it is, he lost the game. I mean, he didn't lose the game. He
He
got
won.
hurt. He got hurt, and he was still able to come through in the clutch, as we all know. So I think
This is
in
ridiculous.
this game, I believe that Jalen Hurts would have done it. He would have beat Dak because
Sure, he would.
he got that it
Because he
factor.
plays defense.
MVP
He would have played that 3rd and 30 deep half better.
I'm just saying. I think I don't think that when Gardner Minshew he sort of messed up when he gave the ball to, I think it was Miles Sanders. I don't think that would have happened with Jalen Hurts. So yeah, there's some things that if the MVP favorite was starting, I believe the outcome would have different. But you know what? Let's not get too in the ifs. You feel me? Because we'll be here.
We're gonna see him in the playoffs again.
Oh really? So y'all going to the championship game?
We would play them in the second round.
Second round. We will see.
I need to go through a gauntlet. We need to get Tom Brady up out of here because we owe him for week 1 and the week 1 before that. I got to get the Eagles up out of here. Then we're gonna see San Fran so we could get them up out of here. It's probably not gonna happen, but that would be an amazing story, wouldn't it?
I love it. Keep believing.
Wouldn't that be an amazing? If I was Roger Goodell, I'd make that the script.
Keep believing that.
I'd make that the script.
Keep believing that. Keep believing that the Cowboys will make it to the championship game. Keep believing.
I don't think we will, but
nah, keep believing it.
It would be a dope story, huh?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it would be a dope story. Keep believing that. So yeah, let's go to
the Packers fan. I hope y'all lose.
Let's go to the
I hope y'all lose.
Okay,
and mess up y'all draft pick.
Keep hoping. Raiders and Steelers. Let's go to Raiders and Steelers.
I thought we talked about that.
No, we didn't talk about it.
Derek Carr stinks. The end.
Yeah, he stinks. You guys put.
Oh look! I just they got Derek Carr to be benched for Jarrett Stidham for the rest of the season.
Oh really? Wow.
Speak of the devil.
Wow. Hold on. Let me.
I got it from Underdog Center, and they're reliable. You know what?
Yo, that's crazy.
Just as we was speaking on it, that's crazy.
Nah, that's crazy. Oh man. Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. Wow.
So
Adam Schefter.
I want y'all to take the unders on every Raiders for the rest of the season except Josh Jacobs.
Let me say this because you guys foolishly bet on Devontae Adams receiving yards. Did you bet it? Oh yeah, I remember you did the round robin, 60 yards. Josh Jacobs. We were so close. But they had to sell, and I didn't try to, but y'all didn't learn from the Rams game.
I thought he just
no
Devontae Adams over there somewhere and just throw it up, but
and then it was cold. It was a night game. I was like, bro, there's no way. I was about to do it too, but I was like, bro, they're playing the Steelers at night. It's cold. Derek Carr be selling. Hell no. On prime time, there's no way. And he sold again. Devontae Adams didn't show up at all because Derek Carr was awful.
He was only throwing a Hunter Henry.
Yeah. And then he got his play. He got Darren Waller back, got Hunter Henry back. We all know what happened when Hunter Henry and Darren Waller was playing. Devontae Adams, he wouldn't look his way a lot of times. And I'm just like, nah, bro, I can't do it. So,
Devontae Adams, we got a spot in Dallas for you.
We got a spot back where you belong.
No.
And that's Green Bay. Come on, come back home. Come back home. We need you.
Jerry, send the pics.
Oh, imagine Devontae with Christian Watson and
imagine
Romeo
CD
Dobbs.
and Devontae. Oh my god.
Oh my God. Imagine Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, and Devontae Adams. Oh man, that would be just nasty. But yeah, let's go to the Christmas slate and Packers and Dolphins. This game right here. We talked about the Tua situation, and he was playing pretty well in the first half, but in the second half, I think that's where the concussion symptoms possibly happened, and he was dreadful. He was awful the entire second half, 3 picks. Dude was just, he looked bad, and the Tua agenda, it's over. It's over. I'm sorry. We had a nice ride, Tua, but I can't defend you no more. I'm going to still root for you. But in terms of me being optimistic about you being, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, I'm sorry, it's over. Yeah, it's not looking too well. But on the Packers side of things, Aaron Rodgers didn't have a good game either. He won because of just Tua's woes. But a win's a win at the end of the day, and the Packers have a chance to make the playoffs. As crazy as it sounds, they still have a chance to make the playoffs. They need to win out, which is 2 more games. They have the Vikings and they have the Lions, which, that is a tough out. But they will be at home, and we already know in Green Bay is super cold. And Kirk Cousins, I don't think he likes the cold very much.
No.
So there's a chance. There's an opportunity. They have the running game. You have Christian Watkins, Romeo Dobbs, Alan Lazard. Let's make a run. And then you have the Commanders starting Carson Wentz. Come on now. 2 more wins. Come on, 2 more wins. Let's do it. Let's make this run. Come on now. We got opportunity. But yeah, and then Jair Alexander, he had that interview at the end. That was kind of hilarious. But yeah, nothing else to be said. How you feel about the Packers Dolphins game?
Aaron Rodgers, he does it again. I can't stand this guy. I knew the freaking Dolphins was going to lose, but it's just like, really, 2 or 3 picks in like back-to-back drives. That's how this ends.
It was crazy because Aaron Rodgers threw a pick, and Tua threw a pick. I was like, damn, what is going on?
That Aaron Rodgers, that was some bull though. That was clearly DPI. Like, I don't know who the DB was, but he literally pushed Lazard in the back or whoever that was and caught the pass. I was like, that's not defensive pass interference? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, goodness, y'all got me sticking up for the Packers. That's disgusting. But, yeah, man, it's stinking Packers.
It was an entertaining game, though. I was like, it was an entertaining game, though, at the end. That was the only entertaining game because every other game was awful. Like, I didn't watch the Buccaneers Cardinals game. I was watching NBA because I was
Tom Brady was looking terrible. The freaking Cardinals just threw the game away.
Until the end. Like always, hurry up offense. It works, and he was able to get the job done at the end. The Rams and the Broncos game, the Rams just went to Denver and did a number on the Broncos.
Russ was playing so bad, he got cooked by Patrick.
51 points? Just abysmal, and that's why Nathaniel Hackett is out as the head coach. And the Colts and Chargers game, I was mad. I had a parlay on that game. I needed 35 pass attempts, and I got 32 from Justin Herbert. Again, like I said with the FanDuel, there's some conspiracy going on about these players in FanDuel because I needed like 3 or 4 more pass attempts. I'm never betting pass attempts again. Never. But, yeah. Okay, so now let's pick the games.
For week
17.
Yes, already.
Week
man.
17.
It felt like training camp was just the other day.
Yeah, just around the corner. But now we're in the thick of
Now
things.
we're just going to be stuck with NBA ball.
I mean, NBA basketball been looking pretty well.
It has been
recently.
heating up.
So, yeah, let's see here if I can get to the slate.
All right, so let's start with a Thursday game, Cowboys versus Titans. I'm fully expecting a lot of Titans players to rest for the Jaguars game week 18 because, well, as I said earlier, doesn't matter what happens this week because whoever wins that week 18 matchup gets into the playoffs and wins the AFC South. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. I think the Cowboys are still going to play their guys because it's possible they could make us a run-in for the NFC East if the Eagles lose out. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Go with the Cowboys as well. No-brainer. So let's go to Vikings and Packers. Oh.
I know the script. Take the Vikings. Take the Packers money line. Ain't it at Green Bay too? Yeah, take the Packers.
Here's the thing.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't get swept.
Here's the thing. I want to believe in the Packers, but
believe in the script. The script.
Here's the thing.
The script,
bro. The Packers. It's Joe Barry.
The script,
Joe Barry, man.
You don't have to be better than the Vikings. You just got to be better than Kirk Cousins.
Will they be able
Kirk
to stop?
Cousins is due for a stinker.
It is in the cold. It is in Green Bay. Packers are fighting for the playoff lives.
And it's not even 1 p.m. Kirk.
You know what? I'll
believe in the script.
I'll believe in the script. I'll believe in my team. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I'm not confident, but I'm gonna go with the Packers. I gotta bet on Aaron Rodgers, man.
This is the most confident I've been in a game pick in a minute.
I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers. Cardinals and Falcons.
Oh, brother, who cares? This is background TV noise. Nobody's watching this game.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
Viewers should get paid to watch this, but I'm gonna go Cardinals. I don't know.
Really?
Maybe they try to get a win because J.J. Watt retired.
The way that Cliff Kingsbury, whole reports he might be out of this. So I think the Cardinals are done.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Bears and Lions.
I'm gonna say Lions because it's a slim chance they might be able to make the playoffs. Super slim. Some things gotta roll a certain way, but they might be in draft pick mode. So I'm gonna still go Lions.
Lions.
Probably the last home game.
I'm gonna go Lions. I'm gonna go Lions. Bears haven't won since Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Lions. Broncos and Chiefs. This is easy.
Chiefs.
Easy one. Dolphins and Patriots. Ooh. Man.
I'm going with the upset. Give me the Patriots.
No
at
Tua.
home in Foxborough against the sunny Miami.
I'm gonna go Dolphins. I don't trust the Patriots offense at all.
You don't gotta trust you gotta trust the script.
I don't trust the Patriots offense at all. I think that Teddy Bridgewater, he's good enough to win this game. Patriots look like a disaster right now. Mac Jones, he's labeled a dirty player now. It's just a lot of bad stuff
You
going on.
gotta look at the stuff that they almost came back. If it wasn't for that fumble.
That's true, but I don't trust the Patriots. I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Okay.
Go Dolphins. Colts
going
and
the
Giants. Go Giants on this one.
Yeah, the Colts are terrible.
Yeah. Saints and Eagles. I'm gonna go Eagles on this one.
I want to believe in the Saints, but I'm gonna go Eagles.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew played pretty well, but the Saints defense is pretty good.
It is. Panthers and Buccaneers. This is
an interesting matchup.
Hey man, I'm gonna go Buccaneers though.
Yeah, I can't go.
I think Brady gonna get a last minute touchdown, last minute field
I don't
goal.
think that run game gonna look. Actually, the Bucks run defense is pretty bad. But I'm gonna go Tom. Tom Brady can just overcome the most ridiculous things you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a last minute drive, hurry up offense, and they'll get the job done. Browns and Commanders. I'm gonna go
Carson
Commanders.
Wentz is playing.
I'm gonna go Commanders.
Does the NFL want to see the Commanders possibly in the playoffs? I doubt it. And I think the Packers need the Commanders to lose this game to make the playoffs.
I believe so.
Or lose the next week.
Who the Commanders play the Cowboys? I think it is
Yeah.
next week. So I think that they'll win this game, but they'll lose against the Cowboys next week.
That's fair.
That's my prediction. So I'm gonna go Commanders.
Yeah, I'll go Commanders.
All right, so let's go. Texans and Jaguars. Go Jags easily. Jags by 20.
I mean, they may rest guys, but they probably don't need much help to beat the Texans, to be honest.
49ers and Raiders. They go 49ers.
Yeah,
They're
the
starting.
49ers.
You just named it. Jarrett Stidham.
The Latino community will be showing out for this game.
Yes, very much.
Especially on the West Coast.
Jets and Seahawks.
Jets, because they still technically have a chance at the playoffs.
I'm going to go with...
Seahawks are done.
I'm going to go with the Jets. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets. Rams and Chargers.
For some reason, it feels like the Jets and Seahawks played already, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Rams and Chargers? Chargers.
I'm going to go Chargers.
Even though they clinched the playoff spot.
Yeah, they
Congrats. Just Herbert finally made the playoffs, y'all. Let's see what he do with it.
Steelers and Ravens. I'm going to go Steelers.
Yeah, because I think the whole Mike Tomlin not having a losing season is going to.
Yeah, they're 7-8. That's really impressive. You know, they were down in the dumps, and now
Steelers are probably
starting to win,
especially with no Lamar.
And what's interesting is that we'll get to this, but the quarterbacks that's playing in the AFC playoffs, whew, some really good quarterbacks.
It's gonna be a gauntlet.
Yeah, so going Steelers on that one, and then finally,
Bills and
oh
Bengals.
my God!
Finally, a good Monday game.
Man, I can't wait. Bills and Bengals. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go. Man, the Bengals, they lost Lowell Collins for the season. That's a big loss. But the Bengals have won with a bad old line before. So
I'm going Bengals.
they are at home, so I'm gonna go Bengals as well. The Bills.
Josh Allen, you can't be turning the ball over like that and expect to win. You can't do that against good QBs.
And the Bengals their defense has been red hot, so I'm gonna go with the Bengals on this one. So that'll do it for Week 17 predictions. So let's get to the wide receiver tier list.
Yes.
First of all, let's look at let's sort of react to the tweet that you sent. The guy that gave his sort of tier list. I'm looking at it right now, and he put at elite Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, but no Stephon Diggs. He put Stephon Diggs on the great tier with A.J. Brown, Debo, CD, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, he's tripping.
DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, that's where I scratched my head. Stephon Diggs is in the elite category. That's number one. Number two, Brandon Ayuk is not on the great category. Like, stop it.
No.
He's on the, I would say,
good.
I would say
Maybe
fringe. I'm going to go fringe, right? I have no problem with Jalen Waddle. I have no problem with A.J. Brown. I have no problem. Debo,
Debo doesn't run real routes.
I say he's on the good category.
He's good.
I
have a problem with Amon-Ra being here.
What?
I like Amon-Ra, but great number one. It's like, can you really rely on him being the number one guy?
He got like 7 touchdowns.
Does he run real routes? Does he run real routes?
Yeah, he be running routes.
Really?
Yeah, he be running
I
routes.
need to watch more lines. I don't know. I think it's too soon.
He's not a vertical guy though.
I think it's too soon to put Amon-Ra.
He's a lot. They put him in the slot a lot.
All I see him is in the slot.
Yeah, he's in the slot a lot, but he does make a lot of plays. He does get open. He's like a black version of Cooper Kupp in a way. They do a lot of the same plays. Is he as good as Cooper Kupp? No, but he does a lot of the same things that Cooper Kupp does in the slot. They have like a lot of they just do a lot of different things with him, just like Cooper Kupp. I
gotta see it again. I put him at good.
I think he's better than Devontae. I feel like Terry.
He's better than Devonta Smith.
Yeah,
you're crazy.
Bro, you haven't watched Lion games.
I have. I actually have. Bro, Devonta Smith can play at the X receiver position.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. But, bro, Amon-Ra's production and his
Devonta Smith's production as the number 2 is crazy.
Like he'll get like 12 targets and he'll catch like 10 of them Jones.
Devonta Smith don't even need 12 targets to get.
I'm just saying that's how good his hands are.
And Devonta Smith don't got good hands?
I mean, he got good hands too, but 12 targets?
Amon-Ra's better. He's a better gadget guy.
Yeah, he does good. Yeah,
he's better with the ball in his hands after the catch.
Yes.
But as far as like pure receiver, like if you need a play, who you want to go to?
All right, on the outside. Oh, I'm giving Amon-Ra.
Okay.
Amon-Ra? Yeah, Amon-Ra he be catching.
I know you biased because he's on your fantasy.
No.
He's like
I watched Devontae. I like Devontae Smith. You know, Alabama guy. I like Alabama guys. But like, if you're talking about vertical threat, obviously Devontae Smith. Like he's that guy, vertical threat on the outside.
So 1-on-1 against the number 1 corner on the other team. Who you trust more to get open?
I'm gonna go Amon-Ra.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
Amon-Ra, dude.
Devonta Smith made me a believer this year. I wasn't that high on him last year. I was like, he's good, but this year he's really freaking good.
Yeah, he's improved. I think that
Devonta Smith, honestly, he should be at great number 1 instead of good.
I feel like Terry, like the thing.
I know A.J. Brown helps but Devonta, he still makes a lot of plays.
It's interesting to see because Terry McLaurin is an interesting one because
Terry McLaurin should be moved up.
Yeah, he should be moved up a little bit.
He moved up to.
I feel like DJ Moore should be moved down.
Where's DJ Moore at?
He's on the good category.
Keep him there.
Oh, you think it's because of quarterback?
Yeah.
What about the Deontay Johnson? Like, should he be on the good category? Like, really?
Yes. The only problem, he drops the ball sometimes.
I don't think he. And then Chris Godwin, I feel like he's not the same guy that he once was. I don't think he should be on the good category. Mark Cooper, he's solid. DK is solid. Mike Williams is solid. Courtland Sutton, no, I'm putting him down a little bit. Garrett Wilson, I feel like he's at the right spot. Chris Olave is at the right spot. Then you got Keenan Allen.
The fringe number 1, number 2 tier.
Well, you know what? Let's make our list. Screw all this. Let's make our list. So the elite category is Tyreek, it's Justin Jefferson, It's Devontae Smith. It's
You mean
Jamar Chase.
Devontae Adams?
That's it, Devontae Smith. Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, and then Stephon Diggs. That's like 7 receivers right there. That's the elite category. Can we all agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have the great category. And this is where the A.J. Browns, CD, I'll put Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans. Well, Mike Evans, I might have to put him down a tier. He hasn't been looking too good. I don't know if I can put Mike Evans
I don't know if
on
it's
there.
because of ability though. I think him and Brady just not connecting.
All right, I'll say this. I'll put Amon-Ra St. Brown down a tier because he still needs to prove more, even though he has been good.
Oh,
this
what
year.
about Terry McLaurin? He in
Terry
the great?
McLaurin's on the great tier. He's on the great tier. So we have AJ, CD, Terry, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, DeAndre Hopkins. Is there anybody I'm missing?
Nope.
Okay, so that's the great tier. You can all agree on that one.
Yep.
Now we're going on the good tier, and we got Devontae Smith, Mark Cooper, DK, DJ Moore, Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave.
I think Tyler Lockett should be there.
Tyler Lockett, okay. We'll put Tyler Lockett on there. Do we...
Man, Keenan Allen, man, he too inconsistent.
Yeah, he
was that guy, but like...
So that's the good tier. Unless we need to add somebody else, that's the good tier.
I'm looking. I don't see anybody
Yeah,
else.
I don't see anybody else either. Okay, so here we go. Fringe. Keenan Allen. Brandon. Should we put Brandon Cooks in there? I don't know. I think
I mean,
I
it
wanna-
says number 2, so...
Yeah, Fringe number 1, number 2. Okay, so that's fair. I'll go Keenan Allen. Then I'm gonna go Brandon Cooks. Let's see who
Christian
else.
Kirk, sure. I
Yeah,
guess.
Christian Kirk.
Calvin Ridley, sure.
Michael
Gallup.
Pippen.
Not this year's Gallup, but the Gallup of previous years, yes.
Michael Pippen.
Pittman,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll put him on there. And then let's see who else.
Odell?
You want to put George Pickens in there?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put George Pickens on there. Fringe number 1, number 2. I'm not putting Odell on there. No way.
What
I'm not.
about DL?
Drake London?
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta see more before I even, cause he's been inconsistent.
What about Jahan Dotson? Jahan can hoop, man.
Yeah, he can hoop. I need to see more though.
Yeah, he has been hurt.
Yeah,
But when he plays, he flashes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. That's the list. So repeat: Keenan Allen, not Tyler Lockett. Keenan Allen, Brandon Cooks,
What about Bateman?
Christian Kirk. Bateman, he's been hurt a lot.
Yeah.
We haven't seen much.
But when he plays,
He's okay. Keenan Allen, Brandon Cooks, Christian Kirk, George
Ridley.
Pickens, Calvin Ridley. Even though he's out for a year, I still think he's Fringe number 1, number 2, and then Michael Pittman. So yeah, those are the guys. Well, Juju, he's been really good this year.
he's not a fringe.
Okay,
number one,
okay,
so,
all right.
in my opinion.
Okay, so then we go good number 2. It's wide receiver 2. And, I mean, we could say Jerry Jeudy, Juju,
Darnell Mooney, shoot.
nah,
he's like a 3.
He's a 3. He's a 3, bro. He's a 3.
Traylon Burks, I mean.
I'm going to go
he
Drake. I
barely
mean, I can
plays.
go, Jerry Jeudy, Juju,
Michael Gallup. I'll put Gallup.
Michael Gallup,
I'll put Odell there too.
Odell after the injury?
I don't think he's.
All right, we can put Odell.
I don't think he's a regular number.
We can put Odell on there. I'll
think
put
about
Drake London on there.
But Drake London is the number 1 receiver though.
The thing is, his quarterbacks are just awful.
Exactly.
I still need to see more though. I still need to. He started to get it going. Like the first 3 weeks of the season, he was doing things.
But you can't just because his quarterback sucks, you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna put him at good number 2. Like I think you got to keep him in that fringe.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put Drake London on fringe 1 and 2. So then the good number 2 is Judy, Juju,
Michael Gallup.
and Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown. Okay. I think that's fair.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. And then we have regular number 2. That's Adam Thielen. I say.
I think Adam Thielen is a little better than regular.
I don't know. He hasn't.
He's reliable, so I guess that it does make him regular.
Uh,
Marquise Brown regular? I don't think so.
no, I think we put him
Yeah,
at
we
good
put him
number
at
2.
good.
Jacoby Myers a regular number 2.
Yeah.
Alan Lazar, he's regular number 2.
Claypool.
No, he's not regular.
He's
number
worse than regular.
2. Yes, bro. Yes, he fooled the Bears. I don't know why they traded that much. Yeah, he's not a regular number 2. Tyler Boyd, he's a regular
Wait,
number 2.
I just realized something. Someone's missing on this list.
Who?
Oh no,
Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
No Gabe Davis?
Oh, I think we skipped over T. Higgins.
No. We put T. Higgins on great number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So T. Higgins. So yeah, Tyler Boyd. I'll say he's a regular number 2.
Yes.
Uh,
I think Gabe Davis is kind of regular.
yeah, he is kind. He's been inconsistent. I put Gabe Davis at regular number 2. So yeah, I will have Adam Thielen, Jacoby Myers, Alan Lazard, Gabe Davis, Tyler Boyd. That's the regular number 2. And then finally,
I don't
actually,
know
hold up, Christian Watson is I don't know yet. 7 touchdowns. I feel like he need to be up there, up some more.
Good number 2?
Yeah, he should be good number 2.
If Traylon Burks is good number 2, then you got to put Christian Watson at
Yeah, I'm gonna
number
put
2.
Christian Watson in good number 2, and then you have Jameson Williams. Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
I think
Tyquan Thornton.
Tyquan Thornton. That's fair. He hasn't
done
played
nothing.
much. Wandale Robinson. Yeah, he got injured early in the season. Sky Moore, he hasn't done anything. Alex Pierce, actually, he should be up a little bit more.
I think
regular number 2.
Yeah, I think he's
he does some things. John Mechie hasn't played
He's
either,
hurt. Yeah.
so that's fair.
He has some type of condition.
Yeah.
What about dang it, what's that receiver?
I know Romeo Dobbs. He could be. He's a regular number 2. He's a regular number 2.
What about Kadarius Toney? Where would you put him at?
Kadarius Toney. I feel like I don't know yet because
That's
he
fair.
barely
He's
plays. He
hurt.
hasn't really gotten a whole lot of opportunities. He shows flashes, but I need to see more from him.
That's fair.
So yeah, I think that's the tier list. Unless I'm missing some guys.
Surprised they left off like players like Van Jefferson and stuff, but I guess he would be regular.
Yeah. They're not gonna put Allen Robinson on there. They're like, yeah, he's washed.
Yeah, he don't qualify.
Yeah, or I'm surprised they didn't put like DJ Chark on there.
True.
Yeah, he'd be like a
Zay
regular.
Jones should be up here. I think
Zay
he's
Jones,
I think he's good. Number
Yeah,
2.
Zay Jones should be up there. He's like a good number 2. DJ Chark's a regular number 2.
Like where's like Hunter Renfrow?
Hunter Renfrow?
I think he's a little bit better than regular, just because he can run
I
routes.
feel like he's
real
a good
nice.
number 2.
Yeah.
And then I can't think.
I wish there was like a number 3 receiver.
I can't think of anybody else, but those are like some of the guys like Curtis Samuel. I'll probably put regular. So yeah, I think that'll do it for the tier list. But yeah, speaking of, I just want to transition. Like just speaking of like the playoffs, right? The AFC playoffs and the potential. So right now, the quarterbacks that'll be playing the AFC playoffs is Patrick Mahomes.
Elite.
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow,
Elite.
Lamar Jackson,
Elite.
Justin Herbert.
Elite.
I may be missing somebody. Am I missing anybody?
I think those are the teams that clinched.
Yeah.
Name them again.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen,
Division winner.
Joe Burrow,
Division winner.
Lamar Jackson, Justin
Well, they
Herbert.
clinched. They just clinched.
And I'm probably missing. Oh, Trevor Lawrence potentially.
Possibly.
Trevor Lawrence. So those are the quarterbacks that could
Be in the
potentially see in the playoffs. That's elite level quarterbacking right there. That gets me excited. Now you look at the other end with the NFC, it's like, you got Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts, who's really nice. Dak Prescott, he's a B+ quarterback. A.
Yes.
Stop it. B+ quarterback. And you have Kirk
Brock
Cousins,
possibly
Tom Brady, but he's on his last legs.
Daniel
Jones,
maybe Aaron Rodgers,
maybe Aaron
the
Rodgers,
Commanders.
maybe Carson Wentz. maybe Jared Goff, like
Possibly Seahawks. I don't know.
maybe Geno. Like, it's just not the same level of quarterback play. But yeah, the AFC looks promising.
Yeah,
It looks really
AFC playoff is going to be nice. I think the NFC going to have some wars too.
good.
I don't think the NFC is going to heat up until like the division round or the championship game.
It'll be interesting.
But I
to
think
see.
AFC is going to be on fire from the get-go.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with the Vikings.
Oh wow, if the Bengals win, then the Chiefs will get the number 1 seed.
It's interesting.
Joe Burrow's better than Josh Allen in my opinion.
Oh yeah. I think that the quarterback, how I rank him, Mahomes number 1, number 2. I would say,
I still
I'd
got
say
Herbert
Joe Burrow.
at 2.
Herbert at 2.
Because just off talent, like
You can't just go off of talent because there's a lot of talented quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence is talented.
but Herbert.
Josh Allen's talented. Come on now, be for real. Be for real. Come on now, be for real. Brett Favre was talented, but he threw a lot of picks.
Yeah. Brett Favre is peak bozo syndrome.
Like, let's be for real. Don't just try to. I know you have this sort of agenda because you're a fan of Lamar. You're a fan of Lamar, so you always see. Here's the thing about Lamar fans, they always comparing Lamar to like Josh Allen because the way that the media portrays the QBs are different, right? They give a lot of love to Josh Allen, even though he throws a lot of picks. But when it comes to Lamar, they always criticize him, like, oh, he can't throw or something like that. But there's like stats backing it up that he can throw. So there's some. You got a little bias going on. There's something
No,
going
I'm just
on.
not as high on Josh Allen as everybody.
There's something
I
going on.
think he's good, but elite. I mean, yeah, I guess he could be elite.
He's top 5.
Sure.
For my life in these sentences, fucking right, it's either that or life sentences. I'm relatives with Benjamin, I used to give a fuck of it. Now what the fuck is up? I'm at your neck like a penalty, nigga. I need that, bitch. I need that. Immune